Professor Dr. Hassan Sher, Vice Chancellor, University of Swat, has joined us online. Welcome, sir. Let's have a brief introduction of our trainers. Okay, Professor Dr. Nancy Johnson is the lead trainer in this program and is Associate Dean of International and Graduate Programs. She is a Callum India Studies Endowed Professor of Management. She has served many roles, including Associate Dean of Undergraduate Affairs and Director for the Center for Labor Education and Research. She has written extensively on airline industrial relations and strategic and international human resource issues. She has been actively engaged in developing international partnerships in India, China, Pakistan, and Senegal. Our next trainer, who is Professor Dr. Katie Khan, she'll be joining us as a trainer. Professor Khan earned a PhD in American history at the University of Pennsylvania, where she was a Mellon Fellow in Humanities and a winner of the Dean's Award for Distinguished Teaching. Since 1989, she has been a member of the History Department at the University of Kentucky, as well as an affiliated member of the Gender and Women's Studies program. At UK, she has won the Chancellor's Award for Outstanding Teaching in 1995. She's also won the Alumni Great Teacher Award in 2003 and the College of Education's Teachers Who Make a Difference Award from 2001 and in 2004. Professor Khan's research concerns gender, religion, and the women's rights movement in 19th century America. Our third colleague from UK is Mr. Trey Canaster. Mr. Trey served as the Graduate Associate Director of the Digital Media and Composition Institute. His research and teaching focus on text, markup language, digital scholarly editing, and digital humanities pedagogy. He's director of the Correspondence and Digital Text Project at UK. He's also worked at Ohio University. Now I'll invite Dr. Shahid Ali to come and share important details about this project. Dr. Shahid is Associate Professor at AMP Sciences and is the team lead for this project. Sir, please.
Our very respectable Vice Chancellors from our partnering universities, distinguished guests from US Mission, US Consulate Peshawar, and from USCFP Sharamsa. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm very happy that you're all here today with us. It's a very proud moment for all of us. Now, most of the details have already been shared with you by my colleagues, our director, Dr. Mohsin Saab. But I'll just briefly give you that what has happened in the past couple of years and how we have been teaming up for this project and what is it that we have been doing at the Institute. So as Sharam Saab told you, the background, as you know, for us, the journey started in 2013, basically, where a consortium was developed of 5 universities in KP, and we were working with the University of Kentucky. And naturally, the ambition was to build the capacity of these 5 universities in KP. So a number of faculty members from 5 partnering universities in KP initially were part of the program, including University of Peshawar, Kohat University, Wali Khan University, and Banu University of Science and Technology, and of course, including us. So we were working together with the University of Kentucky and frankly, 6 faculty members from each university. They participated in the program and they went to the US and they were exposed to all these pedagogical and research-based and curriculum revision-based workshops and trainings. And not only that, most of us did complete our postdoctorates from the University of Kentucky. At that time, even frankly, we took our small little initiatives by holding small little workshops when we came back. I do remember Mufti Saab, Usman Saab, Ma'am Zora, Dr. Romana. We were all part of this program. And we did conduct a few workshops when we came back, where we tried to do the things. But since it was not a very formal kind of a program, and naturally you need a lot of time resource and financial resource, so it was not, frankly, that much sustainable. There were so many things we wanted to do, but then because of the lack of resources, naturally, you don't have all the resource in the world to do things. So this was the background. Initially, the start was taken by US Department. This is the US State Department. They took the initiative, and through via the US Embassy in Pakistan and the Consulate Peshawar office, Saf Saab is here, where he helped us a lot in shaping this program. So through them, it actually happened. And then when this university partnership grants program came in 2020-22, after that program, it was quite a long break after which this program came. But then naturally, we got this opportunity, okay, that we have been exposed to something now. It is the time perhaps to apply for something and perhaps come up with a plan. So these are the individuals. Most of them are sitting here right now with you. We got together, and I hope our Joint Director Usman Saab would recall that initially we had very little time to apply for the project. We just had a week, I guess. It was just a week or 10 days.
Very interesting.
And we had several meetings in that span of 1 week or 10 days. We were almost daily interacting with each other, thinking about it, that, how to shape up. Because at that time, we were not very much clear that actually how are we going to compose the whole program. But then when we sat together and we shaped up some objectives, we identified some objectives. And then the next job was in the same 8-10 days, trying partners. You have to meet people, you have to call people, you have to take them on board. So it was pretty tough. And at the same time, during a COVID situation, you can understand that in-person trainings were even not possible. So the challenge was that, for us, it was a new thing that, how to teach, how to train online, not just to teach, how to interact online, and how to engage people online, which is pretty difficult. So these 7 individuals are actually the architects of this project. They designed, collectively. And then luckily, we got the funding in the first go. And from August to January, we ran the first phase of the program. You can see this is phase 2 happening right now. So phase 1 actually happened during this time. And we were lucky that we could have FATA University on board, University of Malakand, University of Chitral on board, and Women University Sawabi was on board. At the same time, we got hold of Rana University from Afghanistan as well. They were interested and we were interested to work together. But then suddenly, things changed there and we couldn't hold it up. And it was pretty difficult, frankly, to get them going with the project objectives. But still, partly they remained with us and we were trying to share our knowledge, listen to them, learn from their experiences as well. So, the whole name, the name of the project would actually, as Dr. Mohsen said as well, that it's about sharing. It's not about training somebody. It's about sharing our experiences, our problems. As academics, what is it that we learn ourselves at the universities? How should we perhaps change our approach in these modern times, that, how to teach better, how to revise our curriculum, how to make our programs more meaningful, what to research, what are the problems that we should be getting into for research? It's not just research for the sake of research, but So this project actually provides a platform where we sit together, we talk to each other, we listen to you and you listen to us. And perhaps we derive those conclusions which are very important for the higher education sector in Pakistan broadly and especially in KP, because we are in totally different times. The challenges are enormous for all of us. So naturally, it is a high time that the knowledge workers or the knowledge producers of this country, they sit together and they try to find some solutions for the problems we are in. So the broader objectives that we had set for the project were, we identified 3 core areas, which was we were thinking of revising the curriculum and the techniques which are there and how to do that and how to talk to each other, that the curriculum becomes more meaningful for our students, for our universities. And then the second thing was naturally to work on the pedagogical skills. It is often assumed that when a faculty member is employed at a university, it is assumed that he or she will be a very good teacher, which is a totally wrong perception. We hardly invest into our people, train them for things they don't know. They keep on experiment. We learned it this way. And I'm happy some of my teachers are here, Dr. Shahjahan Saab, Farzan Saab. We have been learning from them in the past. They've been the ones who have been sharing their knowledge and experience with us, and we have been learning from them. But a formal activity needs to take place where we sit together in sessions like these, where we open up, we talk about it, and we understand our problems. The third thing was the objective is about research skills, but frankly, most of the participants, even in the last partnership and this one, we have had people who have a very good research background. But then the culture of research in this country is very challenging. There are so many things we need to discuss. There are so many things we need to understand. And then perhaps work for that broader vision that, how can our research create some change in this country? How can we perhaps guide policy somehow through our work? And what kind of knowledge can we develop? Perhaps that is more meaningful for us to teach better, to understand our problems better, and to find some solutions as well. A fourth objective that we have kept in this project, both in phase 1 and phase 2, is that not only we work in these training halls together, but also we have arranged sessions only for a supervisor and a few supervisees, where they sit together and they actually actively revise their favorite course, where they make interventions in their course. And then at the same time, we're also working on joint research proposals where we can tackle some of the issues jointly and we can publish together. These are the phase 1 statistics, because phase 2 has just started and we are trying to gather all that data. But you can see that we have conducted 102 trainings, and these were sessions actually conducted by many, many people, including our partners from University of Kentucky, and then our colleagues here at IIM Sciences, the University of Peshawar, from Kohat University of Science and Technology. So many people have gotten together and have actually worked with the 5 universities that I mentioned, and we conducted all. And by the way, all of this data is available with us. The phase 1 data is totally captured, it is recorded. So if any of my partners in this second phase would like to have this data, we would love to share it with them. So these are partly sessions that you can identify. You can run it at your own universities for your own faculty members. A 1-hour session on a topic by our colleague from University of Kentucky or from a Fulbrighter here or somebody who is, working in the same area. So in the phase 1, and it was pretty difficult because the whole of it happened online. There was no in-person activity allowed by US Mission in Pakistan and USCFP. So we were working from our rooms, from our home, from our institutions. virtually. But we did finish a module booklet. That booklet is available. We are working on it again. We are improving it. Hopefully, you will get a copy by the end of this project. And similarly, we conduct evaluation reports as well to monitor everything and to keep an eye on things. So last time we did revise a couple of courses. We developed certain research proposals, but the main indicator that I'll share with you is that 3 very good research publications have come out because of that effort. And one of our colleagues is going for a postdoctorate using the same platform, which I think are the main indicators or the real indicators of the previous phase. And we hope that it happens again. Many of you or most of you are able to achieve similar things. So we have, it is not possible without our American friends. Actually, Professor Kathy Kern, you just saw her video, Professor Dr. Nancy Johnson, a very sweet lady, and Trey Knatzer, for, they've been supporting us a lot. And as Sharam told you that despite a significant time difference, they've been taking their sessions very regularly, bang on time. They were always there. This is our trainer school from Peshawar, you could say, or from our partnering universities who are part of this program. We did arrange guest sessions, and we invited colleagues from LUMS, from the business community, from higher education commissions, and vice chancellors in the same area. And they were talking broadly about the higher education sector and the challenges and the problems and everything, and the solutions which are possible to some of the problems. So we are looking forward to hold these sessions, some of similar sessions for you in the second phase as well. We've already taken a start with that. These are the beneficiaries of the first phase, our colleagues from the 5 universities that I mentioned. This time we are having, you already know, there are 7 universities, and we are very, very happy that this time I could see that that interest in all the focal persons and the vice chancellors and the faculty members, for which I'm personally very thankful to all of you that you're participating in with so much interest. These are our targets for the second phase. We've already working on them since June. The sessions that you've been taking, they're according to a plan. And you can see that this is the first in-person training that we are holding. We hope to hold more in-person trainings for you. Our UK professors will take 9 sessions in total. And you can see the number of trainings in module 1, 2, and 3, which are broadly regarding the objectives that I just mentioned. There are many, many trainings there. There are guest speaking sessions. There are dedicated workshops for you to work on the course that you're teaching in your class. And also you'll be developing a proposal. And at the end, we would like to have some reflection workshops where we'll allow you to come here and to train us with something that you have learned, which is going to be a very nice activity. All of this requires a lot of effort. I'm very, very thankful to my project team. There are many people, 9 of them, who are working. They're always on their toes. I remember yesterday, everybody was running around just to hold this opening ceremony and to conduct the 4 days training program. So there's a system in place. We're using social media. Our media champion, Dr. Mufti, is here. He made sure that the last phase of the project get the popularity it perhaps required, or on Facebook alone. Mufti Saab, what was our outreach last time? More than 1 million. More than 1 million. So he knows the tricks actually. He's very technical. He knows how to sell things, how to approach people. So online he was approaching, and because of which we have been getting many, many comments, and people have been approaching, asking. So we have an attendance system going on. We have online trainings happen. Everything gets recorded. Even now we are live on Facebook, perhaps, are we? So the whole effort is there. And this entire effort is not just to promote it. It is actually that we get the inspiration of working together, of sharing knowledge with each other, of learning from each other. That's the whole spirit. And we expect this happens for all of us. You'll be getting certificates. The trainee participants were part of this program. There are 7 universities. Your travel, meals, accommodation is covered, and we are thankful to US Mission in Pakistan and USCFP for giving us the funds for all of this. And their consistent support, both Mr. Saifullah and Shahram Saab, Consulate Office Peshawar and US Mission and USCFP, they've always been there to support us. And I'm hoping the same, that you will get the same support if you initiate a program at your own university. Thank you very much. I'll be here. I'll be meeting you in the next couple of days, and we'll work together and share knowledge with each other. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Saab, for sharing the overview of the program and especially sharing the background behind the conception of this program. As we mentioned earlier, we have honorable guests from different universities with us. Ladies and gentlemen, let's invite our honorable vice chancellors from our partner universities to share their views on how to achieve strategic benefits from university partnerships. Let me invite them one by one. I first request Professor Dr. Shah Jahan, Vice Chancellor, Iqra University, Peshawar, to please come and share his views with us.
Thank you very much. I'm really proud to see and meet some of that I was basically betting on, and I'm sure, and I saw it that you never disappointed me. Wherever this Institute of Management Science is, because of you, and that's a wonderful teamwork. It's not Iqra University, it's Iqra National University. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a wonderful approach to how we should collaborate with each other, how can we benefit from each other. If you think of who invented the wheel, who knows? And how that wheel was invented. Somebody observed that the rolling stone can roll better than the square stone. Somebody saw it, and then that somebody told me about it. Then I got the chariot. The chariot can run faster with the round wheels, and the knowledge kept on going. And moving from one person, institution, country, and people were getting benefit. What I'm thinking about, to be very brief, because I've been given very little time, 5 minutes. The universities are supposed to be, to me, it's supposed to be a lab. I mean, where you can test your experiences, where you can test your, whether that's the exact sciences, whether it's social sciences, come and try it. But our university is still far away from that ideal situation that I'm thinking about. Why not? Because, today we call it the global village, the global village. So the global village, we are going to share everything, that what we found and what we are after, what you have found, share it with me and we can go ahead. But there is a problem. The problem is whatever I found, I'm going to use it for my benefit. I'm going to hide it from you and I'm going to hold it. Maybe I'll get much more money for that. And that's why we don't share. But in the global village, now, if you look at this laptop, how many people participated in it, their knowledge? Look at the case, the plastic, who invented that? Who thought about it? look at the software. It's absolutely something different than material. Who thought about it? Is it just one person, Mr. whatever his name was, is Bill Gates or somebody or some others? No, this is the product of thousands thinking. So the universities, my dream is that what if I'm sciences, for example, get focused on only one thing? Of course, that will take a long time to come. One thing, and I'm going to, for example, look at this laptop. I'm sciences is working on the software. I'm working on the hardware. Okay. The bottom line I'm going to say is that share each other expertise. And if you look around, I'm science is good at something, and let's share it with Iqra National University. Iqra National University has, some expertise in something. Why not to share it with University of Sawabi? And Sawabi, of course, when I look at the topic, it was just the Khyber KP, let's call it KP. Last time when I was here, I called Suba Sarat, so somebody got, a little, he said, that this is Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. I said, when I was born, when I was growing up in a school, it used to be Suba Sarat. So I still remember that. So what I'm saying that, why not? It has to be global. Why not? It has to be international or national. Why you are focusing only on KP? Because whatever you are teaching here, whatever you are learning here, believe me, the same thing is happening somewhere in UK. The same thing is somebody's, teaching something there in Beijing University, but in a different language, or Russian University in a different language. Believe me, when you sit together, when you discuss these things, we are talking about the same thing. So at the end, I would say that let's share expertise, each other expertise. For example, I'm thankful to the United States because, they have contributed a lot in science and technology. Of course, I'm also one of the graduates, and there are many here. And now we came back to this country and we are sharing with our younger faculty and students. So, of course, this cooperation and this knowledge sharing will continue and will benefit. Thank you very much.
Please continue.
Sharing is what it's all about. Thank you.